This is my dream!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Disney attractions that would make great movies.
Maelstrom!
There's no place to go. Our route to the base camp has been destroyed by the Yeti, and we've got to get off the mountain fast.
And we stole these marvelous ideas right here in the Dreamport.
For this list, we'll be looking at rides, shows, and other attractions at Disney parks that seem tailor-made for cinema. Which Disney attraction would you like to see get the big screen treatment? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
This is the Carousel Theater of Progress. In Act 1, the audience meets an audio-animatronic family.
Debuting at the 1964 New York World's Fair, the Carousel of Progress still operates at the Magic Kingdom's Tomorrowland. This rotating theater attraction follows a family from the early 20th century to the 21st century, exploring how technology has evolved their lives. As a feature film, Disney can take two directions. Carousel of Progress is well suited for a quirky time travel movie, centering on a father named John as he's given a glimpse of his family's future.
What do you mean you've seen this? It's brand new.
Yeah, well, I saw it on a rerun.
It's a rerun.
Think Back to the Future meets A Christmas Carol. The idea could also work as a more straightforward drama, simply depicting a family's growth throughout the decades. Either way, we foresee a great big beautiful tomorrow.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day.
It could even leave the door open for a sequel called Horizons.
Step into the future in Horizons. Step into the future today.
Number 9. The Great Movie Ride.
Oh, Mickey, this is a wonderful movie ride!
No, it's the Great Movie Ride!
Running from 1989 to 2017, the Great Movie Ride has since been replaced by Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. The dark ride could live on, however, on the silver screen. Taking a page from Last Action Hero, the story would see the main character travel across a series of classic films.
It's a passport to another world. It was mine, and now it's yours.
Since Disney has quite the catalog, including the 20th Century Fox library, there's a long list of iconic movies to pay homage to. Due to copyright issues, Disney might not be able to depict every movie from the ride. The filmmakers could always lean into parody for some movies, though. Given Disney's recent obsession with crossovers, the idea should be right up their alley.
Which of my pictures have you seen?
I don't remember. I saw one once.
Now, who should play Gene Kelly and Humphrey Bogart?
He's looking at you, kid.
Number 8. Fantasmic.
Imagination. Dream of fantastic dreams.
Speaking of crossovers, this nighttime show ventures inside Mickey's imagination, culminating with a battle against several Disney villains. Like Kingdom Hearts, a Fantasmic feature could follow Mickey through a variety of Disney movies. Since Fantasmic derives its name from Fantasia, though, a film version could also work as a series of musical vignettes, each embracing the Disney brand and the imagination that comes with it. We can see a visionary director like Julie Taymor helming a project like this, utilizing a mix of live action, animation, puppets, and other special effects to produce a unique cinematic experience.
Now I'll turn that little mouse's dream into a nightmare Fantasmic.
Like the show, the film can keep its plot fairly loose, emphasizing emotion and boundless creativity rather than logic. Just make sure to include Maleficent as a dragon, though.
Now shall you deal with me, O Prince, and all the powers of hell!
Number 7. Spaceship Earth.
Science fiction author Ray Bradbury wrote a time machine journey that traced how advancements in communication shaped mankind. From the invention of the alphabet, to the printing press, to the computer.
Just as Cinderella's castle is the center of Magic Kingdom at Disney World, Spaceship Earth has symbolized Epcot for almost 4 decades. While everyone recognizes the geodesic sphere's exterior, it's what's on the inside that has cinematic potential. The ride sees guests board a time machine vehicle portraying chapters in the history of human communication.
Inside, you'll board a unique time machine and spiral deep into the past in search of clues to our survival through the ages.
A film could follow a young protagonist working on a history project or struggling to communicate with others. Traveling across different eras, the hero expands their mind and social skills while confronting difficult ethical decisions. Imagine trying to stop the Library of Alexandria burning, but realizing it has to happen for other advancements to occur. The hero can also receive guidance from Michelangelo, Neil Armstrong, and a 70s computer nerd resembling Steve Jobs.
On this wave of inspiration, we sail into a bold new era of communications.
Number 6. Journey into Imagination with Figment.
These little sparks in me and you.
Dreams, fantasies, creativity. That's your journey into imagination.
Another Epcot staple, the current version of Journey into Imagination stars Eric Idle as Dr. Nigel Channing, and of course, Figment the Purple Dragon. Naturally, Figment would play a key role in the film adaptation.
And all the calm and reserve of a small child's birthday party. And so, he, with his curious and naive way of looking at life, shows me things that I would never have guessed in my own knowledge and experience.
Instead of Dr. Channing, though, we think the movie should return to the ride's roots and shine the spotlight on the Dream Finder. For years, this jolly bearded guide and his Dreammobile were synonymous with the ride.
You never know what kind of figment you may come up with. Here's my favorite, a figment of imagination.
A film could see the Dream Finder and Figment trying to reignite the spark of imagination within a young protagonist. Venturing across the realms of imagination, the protagonist leaves with their idea bag full. Think something along the lines of the Polar Express. And on that note, let's cast Tom Hanks as the Dream Finder. Number 5. Maelstrom.
What's this? How dare you come here? This is troll country.
You won't find Maelstrom at Disney World's Norway Pavilion anymore, as the log flume ride was replaced by Frozen Ever After. While it's hard to compete with a pop culture giant like Frozen, Maelstrom left a strong impression with its world building and atmosphere. Drawing inspiration from Vikings and Germanic mythology, all the pieces are in place to produce an epic film set on the high seas.
Those who seek the spirit of Norway seek peril and adventure. Look first to the spirit of the seafarer.
In another lifetime, we could picture an innovator like Jim Henson tackling a project like this. Maelstrom could still function as a love letter to 80s fantasy adventures. Or if Disney wants to take a more modern approach, Gore Verbinski already struck gold with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Full bore and into the abyss! Are you mad? You're afraid to get wet.
Perhaps he can do Maelstrom justice next. Number 4. Space Mountain.
Launch control, this is Space Venture. Radio is on. Roger.
While a mission space movie has potential, Space Mountain remains Disney's definitive sci-fi ride and the gold standard for indoor roller coasters. Disney has made multiple attempts to get a Space Mountain movie off the ground. Max Landis wrote an abandoned script set in a 50s retro future where people lose their souls in hyperspace, returning to Earth as horrible monsters. In October 2020, it was announced that Obi-Wan Kenobi writer Joby Harold was working on a family-friendly adaptation. Although little has been said about the project since. There was also a graphic novel set in 2125 about a race against the clock to save Space Mountain. There's plenty of room to experiment, as long as the film captures the ride's atmosphere and thrilling nature. Number 3. Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain.
The technology in it, the projections, and also the sort of narrative that goes with the ride. That's the thing I think that Disney does so well.
While Matterhorn bobsleds has been around longer, Expedition Everest took the excitement to even greater heights. More importantly, Expedition Everest has a narrative that the filmmakers can build upon. The ride's queue cleverly provides background information about a Yeti that guards the Forbidden Mountain and the sacred realm of the Himalayas. Even before we make it to the train, we're immersed in the Himalayan Escapes Travel Agency and an ancient temple.
Through ancient ruins and artifacts, you and your fellow trekkers learn almost immediately of the mountain's legendary inhabitant, the Yeti, and the fate of the fearless souls who attempted this journey before you.
The ride itself tells a compelling story as we venture through the mountain where the dreaded Yeti resides. Since Chris Pratt will probably never play Indiana Jones, this sounds like the adventure vehicle for him. The real star, however, would be the film's Yeti, whether he's a terrifying villain or a misunderstood beast.
Welcome to the Himalayas!
Number 2. Phantom Manor. Ever since that Eddie Murphy movie, Haunted Mansion fans have been hoping for a reimagining that's closer to the beloved ride.
And we can go there if we can avoid a repeat performance.
Several big names have been attached to a possible reboot, from Guillermo del Toro to Justin Simeon. If Disney wants to take a whole new direction, though, Disneyland Paris's Phantom Manor already has a gripping backstory. After striking gold, Western settler Henry Ravenswood built this Victorian manor, where he resided with wife Martha and daughter Melanie. After dying in an earthquake, Henry returned as a phantom on Melanie's wedding day.
Well, there's the question, do you believe in ghosts? And of course, Phantom Manor answers that with a big yes. We have 999 happy haunts, including a very mysterious phantom.
Disapproving of her fiancé Jake, Henry hung him from the rafters. As Melanie hopelessly waited for her love to return, Henry and his demonic buddies started an everlasting party. Who wouldn't want to see this movie? Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Typhoon Lagoon. Waterworld, but fun. Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. Jose, Michael, Fritz, and Pierre need a star vehicle.
In the tiki room, in the tiki room, all the birds sing words and the flowers croon. In the tiki room.
Extraterrestrial alien encounter. One of Disney's scariest rides could be their scariest movie.
This is not good. I mean, it's great, but it's not good. There's something loose in here.
The Timekeeper. We just wish Robin Williams could still voice the title character.
The experience that the audience has is that they're not seeing a movie. They have gone into a time chamber, which is operated by Timekeeper, a robot who is actually in the theater with them. And Timekeeper is going to send off this little camera system into the past.
Sinbad's storybook voyage. So should they adapt the newer, lighthearted version or the horrifying original ride?
Nothing is done by halves here.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Big Thunder Mountain.
It's in keeping with Disney tradition, an experience, a show with runaway mine trains that whisk guests through dark tunnels and mine shafts, past raging waterfalls and into deep canyons.
Going back to Henry Ravenswood, guess where he found the gold to build Phantom Manor? That's right, Big Thunder Mountain. The connections don't end there, as the treasure of Big Thunder Mountain was supposedly possessed by a spirit known as Thunderbird. It was rumored that Thunderbird could inflict vengeance through earthquakes, which presumably resulted in Henry's death. So between these two rides, Disney can make a cinematic universe. In the North American version, the Big Thunder Mining Company is owned by mining magnate Barnabas T. Bullion. Big Thunder Mountain is protective of the gold Bullion wishes to claim for himself, however.
And also get a little hint that maybe there's some mystery here. Maybe there's a little something that you need to pay attention to.
If a Big Thunder Mountain movie combined elements of these various backstories, it could indeed be the wildest ride in the wilderness. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.